This episode is going to be dedicated to one of the ideas of Joseph Campbell. He's a very popular figure within philosophy and mostly in mythology, right? He's an American mythologist who presented this idea that has really sort of given Western culture or in America this idea of the journey, right? Which he called the hero's journey. So what Joseph Campbell did was, he had studied all kinds of myths from all kinds of cultures, and he noticed a pattern, an underlying pattern across all these stories. So the characters are different, the stories are different, the plots, some are take place in a different time in a different place, but he noticed an underlying structure, what he called the hero's journey. And what he came up with was the three parts that every story has. And he also presented 17 stages, which later on was reduced down to 12 stages. So these 12 stages are part of three acts. The first act is the departure, right? The hero decides to go on a journey, right? He decides to go where he hasn't gone before, right? He's called to discover new worlds, to discover new ideas, right? So this is the first act of the story, or the first part of the story, which is this, where the hero decides that it's time to go somewhere new. Now, in this journey, and now every journey it has danger, right? It's a journey is not a journey unless there's danger, right? And there's also treasure in every journey. So this takes us into the second act of the story, which is the part where the hero, in Campbell's terms, becomes initiated. He faces challenges, and he overcomes them, and thereby he becomes initiated. Every challenge that we face in our life has a reward if we are able to overcome it and go beyond our limits, right? So that's the initiation part. That's the middle part of the story. Now the third part of the story, or the third act, is the return. There's always a return home. The hero always returns home, back to the place where he or she started. Now, although home is the same place, things haven't changed, people are still the same, but the hero has returned with a treasure. He has been transformed, he has been illuminated, and now he sees the world different. And one of the things that he comes back with is the realization that everyone else has to go through that journey. And so Joseph Campbell's hero's journey is it's a really good model. It's a really good introductory model, and I always say that his theory should be taught like in elementary school, right? Every child should be taught this simple model, right? Unfortunately, they don't teach this in schools, at least directly. All the stories that children hear have this underlying narrative of a hero going out on a journey, being changed by the challenges that he faces, and then being transformed and coming back as a transformed individual, having more confidence, more skill, and having a wider understanding of reality, thereby being able to be of better service to his community, right? So Joseph Campbell's three act of departure, initiation, and return is a good foundation, and that is the journey that we are all on. So in this video, what I try to establish is Joseph Campbell's classic theory of the hero's journey, which serves a really good purpose of establishing the foundations of every journey, of every path uh, you know, a journey that we all must take.